Solving rational equations with basic examples. As I recall, rational equations are equations involving rational expressions. In solving rational equations, there are three simple rules that we need to follow. First, eliminate the rational expressions in the equation by multiplying both sides of the equation by the LCD. LCD stands for the least common denominator. It is the smallest number or quantity that can simplify the rational expressions in the equation. Second, solve the equation. Third, check your solution. It is very important to check your solution because extraneous solution might appear. What is it? It is an apparent solution that does not solve its equation. Let us try to solve the following three rational equations. Let us start with the first one. X plus 4 equals x over 3. First, we need to multiply both sides of the equation by their LCD. The LCD is 3. In this step, we apply the distributive property, and that is 3 times x is 3x, 3 times 4 is 12, and then cancel 3, then copy x. Combining similar terms, we have 3x minus x equals negative 12. Positive x becomes negative because when we transpose it to the other side of the equation, the sign changed. Same with positive 12, which becomes negative 12. Simplifying, we have 2x equals negative 12. Next, isolate x so that only the variable x remains. To isolate x, divide both sides of the equation by 2, and thus, simplifying, we have x equals negative 6. To check if our answer is a solution, we just need to substitute all the x's with the value negative 6. So simplifying, negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. Negative 6 over 3 is negative 2. And thus, negative 6 is indeed a solution in the equation. Let us have our second example. X over 3x minus 1 equals 2 over 7. The LCD in this equation is 7 times quantity 3x minus 1. The same process, multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. Since 3x minus 1 over 3x minus 1 is just equal to 1, you may just cancel it directly, and thus 7 and x remain. In the same manner, on the right side of the equation, 7 over 7 is 1. So we cancel it, and the remaining terms are 2 and quantity 3x minus 1. So we need to multiply that 1, and applying the distributive property, we have 7x equals 2 times 3x is 6x, 2 times negative 1 equals negative 2. Combining similar terms, we have 7x minus 6x equals negative 2. We make sure that all the variables are on the left side while the constant terms are on the right side. So simplifying, we have x equals negative 2. There is actually an alternative method in solving rational equations, specifically when there is only one term in each side of the equation, and that is cross multiplication. So in this case, 7 multiplied to x and then 2 multiplied to quantity 3x minus 1. Applying the distributive property, we have 7x equals 2 times 3x is 6x, 2 times negative 1 equals negative 2, and then combining similar terms, we have 7x minus 6x equals negative 2. Simplifying, we have x equals negative 2, which is actually the same with our solution in the first method. So let's check if negative 2 is really a solution. Substituting all x's in the original equation with negative 2 will lead us in this line. So simplifying, we have negative 2 over 3 times negative 2 is negative 6 minus 1 equals 2 over 7. Simplifying further, we have negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7. And then negative 2 over negative 7 is equal to positive 2 over 7. And that makes both sides of the equation equal. Thus, negative 2 is a solution. Let's have our third example. We have the equation 3/4 equals 4x plus 3 over 2x minus 1. The LCD is 4 times quantity 2x minus 1. The same process, we need to multiply the LCD to both sides of the equation. We cancel 4 here, so the remaining terms, we have quantity 2x minus 1 and 3. And on the right side, cancel 2x minus 1. The remaining terms are quantity 4x plus 3 and 4. Applying the distributive property, we have 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. 4 times 4x is 16x. 4 times 3 is 12. Next, combining similar terms, or all the variables are on the left side, while the numbers or the constant terms are on the right side. So that would lead us to 6x minus 16x equals 12 plus 3. Simplifying, we have 6x minus 16x equals negative 10x. And then 12 plus 3 is 15. Now isolating x, divide both sides of the equation by negative 10. Thus, x equals negative 15 over 10. Simplifying further, we have the value of x, which is equal to negative 3/2. Using the alternative method by the cross multiplication, let's try to check if we will have the same result. So in this case, 3 times quantity 2x minus 1 equals 4 times quantity 4x plus 3. Applying the distributive property, we have 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times negative 1 equals negative 3. 4 times 4x is 16x. And then 4 times 3 is positive 12. Combining similar terms, we have 6x minus 16x equals 12 plus 3. Simplifying, we have negative 10x equals 15. And then isolating the variable, and then simplifying further, we have the same result with our first method. Let's try to check whether negative 3/2 is indeed a solution or just an extraneous solution. So we need to substitute x with negative 3/2. And this is it. Then simplifying, we have 4 times negative 3/2 is negative 12 over 2 plus 3. And then 2 times negative 3 is negative 6 over 2, copy minus 1. Simplifying, negative 12 over 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 over 2 is negative 3. And then simplifying further, negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3, while negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4. 3/4 is equal to 3/4. Indeed, negative 3/2 is a solution in the equation.